Hello, students. Last week I made an analysis of the character of Jack Burns, the protagonist of the novel. Today I am going to analyze the character of Lady Beth Ashley. As readers, I like to remind you that as readers, we are first acquainted with Lady Beth Ashley when she enters a bar along with gay men and Jack Barnes. He's already in the bar, makes comments on her beauty, saying, damn good looking. So, from this phrase, we readers can understand that Lady Brett Ashley is a very attractive woman. Really, when we go through the novel, we see that all the male characters are attracted to her beauty. So, we see that she is a very charming woman, she is a very attractive woman. Uh, we have found her as the heroine of the novel. As Jack Barnes is the hero, the protagonist of the novel, and he loves Lady Brett Ashley, so she must be the heroine of the novel, and also she deserves to be the heroine of the novel. Why she is the heroine of the novel? Because Lady Brett Ashley is at the center of the novel. If we think that Lady Brett Ashley is a star, so all the male characters are like planets. Uh, like planets, all the male characters uh, move around her. So we can call her the heroine of the novel. And all the incidents, all the actions of the novel we find in the novel uh, center around her. And as Jack Barnes loves her, she also loves Jack Barnes very deeply. And she is very much dependent, psychologically dependent on Jack Barnes. Though they can't marry because of the injury of Jack Barnes, but they love each other very deeply. Next, we can consider her to be a modern novel because in the novel we see that she lives very independently. She leads a very carefree life. She wanders about from here and there. She goes to the cafe. She goes to the restaurants. She goes to the nightclubs. She always moves from here and there, and she wears very stylish dresses. She has bobbed hair, and really she is very fashionable in the novel. So we can call her a modern woman. Their readers, students, we find in the novel as a charismatic and magnetic woman. Think that she is a very attractive woman, certainly, no doubt, and that's why she has a magnetic power. She has an influence on all the male characters in the novel. So you can say that she has a magnetic power. All the characters, male characters, are under her charm, under her uh, spell, and under her charisma. She is attractive, no doubt, and also she has a charismatic personality. And with this charisma and with this magnetic power, she has enchanted all the male characters in the novel. So we find that Jake Barnes loves her too much deeply. He's always uh, at her help. Mike is engaged to marry her. Robert Corn has been already enchanted by her beauty. We also see that uh, uh, Count of Greek moves with her. He has also been enchanted by her beauty. So in the novel, we find that all the characters are her admirers. So all male characters in the novel are under her charm, under her magnetic influence. So you can call her a charismatic and magnetic. Next, we find Lady Brett Ashley as a man's woman because he's always with a man, with a male friend. He doesn't have any female friend. Really, it's astonishing to the readers that she doesn't have any male friend, female friend. She has always all the male friends, and she uh, goes to the cafe along with the gay men first to the nightclub. She hangs uh, out with her male friends. She goes to the cafe. She goes to the restaurant. She goes to Pamplona along with her male friends. She's always with her male friends. She's at the center of all her male friends. So we can call her a man's woman. Uh, Remember that Lady Brett Ashley is sexually aggressive. Why? Because in the novel we have seen that she has taken all the attempts to make affairs with the man she likes. So uh, she has tried to develop a sexual relationship with whom she meets, and she doesn't love anybody for truly, not out of emotion. She loves just for physical purpose. So we can call her sexually aggressive. She has developed sexual relation and made sexual relation with Robert Cohn, Romaro, and she is living together uh, with Mike. So we can call her also a female Don Juan because she is a seductive woman. She tries to seduce the man whom she likes. So really we can call her a female Don Juan because she tries to seduce the man she likes. Though Brett Ashley has a lot of admirers, um, all the male characters are attracted to her beauty. But if we analyze, if we see deeply, we see that Lady Brett Ashley is not a happy woman. She is an unhappy woman. So there are three reasons why she is unhappy. Number one, uh, she took part in the First World War and she worked as a nurse in a military hospital in Italy. There she was acquainted with Germans and they developed a good relationship. And during the First World War, as she worked as a nurse in a military hospital, she experienced mass destruction, mass death uh, of the war. And this mass destruction, mass uh, death, uh, morally damaged her. That's why she is unhappy. She can't be happy because she saw the horror of the destruction of the war, and that thing undermined, damaged the psychology and morality of Lady Brett Ashley. Number two, why she is not a happy woman? Because she leads a very carefree life. She leads a very fashionable and stylish life. Leads an independent life. She is a modern woman. So, like a modern woman, as she is a modern woman, uh, she doesn't have any place in her society. Why? Because she leads a very fast life. She leads a very modern life. So nobody likes her as she leads a fast life and modern life and carefree life. Number three, why she is an unhappy woman. Lady Brett Ashley is unhappy because she can't get the man whom she loves. She loves Jack. Number three, why Lady Brett Ashley is not happy? Because she suffers a lot. Why? Because she doesn't get the man whom she loves. She loves Jack Barnes very deeply. He deserves to get Jack Barnes as her partner, as her husband, as her spouse, but she can't marry Jack. Why? Because of Jack's sexual disability, because of Jack's sexual injury. So that she can't feel happy. Uh, but though Lady Brett Ashley is sexually immoral and uh, corrupt, but at the end, we find her as a generous woman when she goes uh, away with Pedro Romano to Madrid. She stays at a hotel with Pedro Romano, but ultimately she leaves Pedro Romano. Why? Because she thinks that she leads a very independent life. She is very modern. She is very immoral. So if she marries Pedro Romano, it will destroy the career of Pedro Romano. That's why she admits to Jack Vance that she made Pedro Romano go. She didn't want to marry Romano. She didn't want to live with him, and she made him go. She admits it to Jack. So we find her as a generous woman. This quality uh, makes her the heroine of the novel. Certainly, Lady Brett Ashley is a member of Lost Generation. Dear students, I like to tell you that those who took part in the First World War are called the members of Lost Generation. Why? Because the mass destruction of the war, the mass death of the war, the horror of the war undermined the belief, morality, love, everything of all the persons who took part in the First World War. And in the novel, we come to know that Lady Battesley also took part in the First World War. She experienced the horror. She saw the horror of the war. She saw the mass death and mass destruction of the war, and she became puzzled to see the horror of the war. And that's why she's not stable. She wanders from place to place aimlessly. She doesn't have any aim like other members of the lost generation who took part in the First World War. She leads a cafe life. She smokes. She drinks a lot. Uh, why? Why she leads an independent life? Why she develops sexual relationship with different many persons, males? Why? Just to avoid her moral lapse. Even her aim is futile because she tries to love someone, but her search for love is also futile, meaningless. So we can call her a member of lost generation. Okay, my dear students, thank you. See you again the next week.